Happy St. George's Day. Yes, St. George's Day, the National Saints' Day of England, and how thrilling it is on the... It's actually wet and miserable outside, but yes, we should be flying the flag, and somewhere in the back of the studio is the, just there somewhere, hang on, get my arm pointing, the English flag. Marvellous. So happy St. George's Day to everybody, and I hope you're all doing well. Today, of course, the St. George's Day. How does the government want to celebrate St. George's Day for this great nation that we all live in and be proud of and all of those things? Well, it wants to warn us that there is danger ahead. Danger, yes. As you may know, the 23rd of April, today as I record this, is the day that the government have decided in their wisdom, of all the days they could have picked, is the day they're going to decide to send a message of warning that there could be danger, flooding possibly, or fire, or something like that all around. Well, there might be flooding today because it's raining down where I am, but that's probably not going to last all day, hopefully. And how are they going to do it? They're going to send it to our phones. It's just looking for a phone. Here we go. To our mobile phones, as long as you're on the, I think it's the 3G, 4G, or even 5G. They're going to send you this message at 3 o'clock instead of the Queen's speech. Obviously, she can't make it. But they're going to send you a message to say, don't panic, this is just a test. We just want to test it. Do they have to test it on everybody? They obviously want you to press it to say, OK, yeah, I got the test. Whether that goes back to the government to let them know it was successful or not, who knows? So it's interesting because not everybody wants the government to be meddling in their life and sending them a test message. I mean, why now of all times? Why all of a sudden? These phones, here's an old one, look. I've got a selection of old phones. That's an old Nokia. There's another Nokia that I've had. I thought I'd dig them all out. I haven't got the chargers for them anymore. What else have we got here? I've got an old flip phone. Look at this. I tried charging this one up last night, but the battery, I'm afraid, is a bit knackered. It wouldn't charge at all, which is a bit of a shame. But I love this one. Hello. It's like a secret agent's phone. You know, it's all very nice. Simple phones. What else? Then I've got this BlackBerry. Do you remember the old BlackBerry? Look at that. That one is actually working. I charged that up, and that is working. It tells me the time. It's actually quite comprehensive. The thing about this BlackBerry, which I hadn't realised, is that it runs on a 2G network or 3G network. So I've changed it now to the 2G network. So apparently this emergency message will not actually work on that. So it won't disturb me. That would be interesting. I'm not going to take any chances, though. I'm actually going to turn it off. But it came in this lovely little pouch like that and on all of that. So, yeah, very nice little phone. I'll come back to that in a minute. Then one of my first, what do you call them, smartphones, a Samsung, broke the screen. I don't know if you can see that there's sellotape on the front of that. I think one of these, another one here, I now start putting a piece of tape over the camera because I don't want them to spy on me, and I can take the tape off. There's another bit on that side there as well to stop them looking at me. You know how people sort of are worried that these phones are recording everything we do and say. No doubt there's probably a little jack that you can put in which will disrupt the microphone. And then my other phone here. Now, so I'm going to turn my phone off. I'm going to turn my phone off at 3 o'clock when this supposed wretched test is coming in. I don't want it. Now, some people are saying that if you get some of this silver paper and you wrap your phone, which one shall I try? Let's do this one. Wrap it around something like 6 times. The signal that's coming in shouldn't come to the phone, so you don't receive the call. I'm not quite sure. You see, if you receive the call and you press OK, are you acquiescing to? Are you sending back a response to the government? Nobody really knows. So I'm not quite sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my phones and I'm going to put them into my Essie, my wood-burning stove. It's a big metal steel, basically a Faraday cage. It's a big steel box. I might wrap the phone that actually works, and the BlackBerry probably, in a bit of silver paper and shove it in there. And also I'm going to make sure I'm not in the house at 3 o'clock. I don't want to hear this thing. I just don't want them I mean, what right do they have to interfere in my life, the government? They interfere in our life in so many different ways. But surely, to have a little bit of privacy on a Sunday afternoon, while you might be watching a film, you might be going for a walk with the family, they have absolutely no right. It's bizarre. The thing is, these emergency things that are in the phone, you can turn them off. You can go to the settings. Not all phones. I've turned mine off. Then I found mysteriously it turned itself back on again. What's going on there, I wonder. So that's a bit weird. But they've been in the phones for some time. Some of these early models have got the same sort of a system to allow a government to use an emergency number. I mean, I couldn't ping it, but the government somehow are able to ping it through presumably the companies that do the signals and stuff. So they've never decided to do it before. I mean, we had a pandemic, did we not, a few years ago? Possibly that would have been a good time to have let us know that there was danger, just to remind us, all these messages that they might have done. That might have been a legitimate time when we were all locked down. Now, when we're out of it, and it seems that the whole reason that we were in that pandemic is a little bit shaky, they want to start sending us messages to tell us that there's a nearby flood or there's a fire and we need to worry about it. I just think that this is a complete overreach on behalf of the government. How often do we get floods in this country? It's quite rare. And how often do we have bushfires that are going to sort of disrupt the place, or earthquakes? I mean, you couldn't find probably on this earth a safer place to live than jolly old Great Britain, and England in particular. You probably couldn't find a place where you don't need to know about these emergencies. And also, surely we have all these different communication networks, the social media. We have, of course, the mainstream media, but who watches that, I suppose? The government could get their message out on all of those. We can choose to listen to them or not. I think this is a very insidious, I can't think of the words. A very insidious thing to do. It's an insult to us. It's a way to disrupt our privacy. It's St. George's Day. I should be celebrating and not recording stuff. Should be having a nice time, which is why my words are tripping out all in mixed up ways. But anyway, I'd be interested in your thoughts on that. Do put them into the comments. Are you turning off your phone? Do you like to be disrupted and interrupted? Do you want the government telling you things? Are you happy with that? Why would they want to do that? I mean, I just don't get it. Why? Is there something up their sleeve? Have they got something planned? Is there something more nefarious coming down the line? I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Is there a reason they're already planting the ability to get us a little bit nervous about things, that they will give us instructions of what to do? Sodom, I say, Sodom. Why should they tell us what to do? It's our lives. We're sovereign people. We make up our own minds. So there we go. I'd be interested in your thoughts on that. I just thought I would wish you well on St. George's Day today, here from jolly old England to wherever you are. Have a good one.